Doodlebug, what are you doing down there? Are you exercising? Silly Doodlebug. Hello, Lego fans! How are you doing? Hope you're doing well out there today. My name is Andy, and let's talk about Lego. Thanks for tuning in to my channel. So welcome if you are new, and if you're not, welcome back. I do appreciate you being here. So if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, oh, by the way, we got up to 1,100 subscribers the other day, which was awesome. I really appreciate it, guys. Keep those subscriptions coming in. Let's get to 1,200 and 1,500 and 2,000 and just keep it going. So keep the subscriptions coming in, keep the likes coming, and keep the views coming and everything. It's all great. It's fantastic, and I can't do it without you guys. I have nobody else to thank but you guys for making this channel what it is. So, with all that being said, let's check out what we've got done here. I decided to build my wall straight down through here instead of building it on an angle. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like some green space in there, like some plants, flowers, shrubbery, maybe a tree or something like that in that little corner right there. So it didn't come out even on the end for the top part because those only come in 1x4s or 2x4s and not 2x2s. So it didn't come out even, so I had to put a brick there. So I just put another brick on this corner to make it look like it's designed that way. So I think that came out looking pretty good. So we'll continue that wall down there as we go. I also filled in the 2-stud gap there with a 2-stud base plate, which with some 2x8s on top, green. So that's looking pretty good. So we got both walls now coming down this way. We got that one stopping and going that way, of course, and then this one comes to right here. I don't know. I probably won't make this wall go on this side of the road unless there's something that needs to be separated from on this side of the road. I mean, the only reason it's on that side is to separate the bike path from the railroad tracks, which, you know, in reality makes sense. So coming up this way, we got a little bit more done on the elevated line expansion project here. I got the rest of this ballasted and tiled off up to this point right here. Now, I did put in this support right here that I didn't have in there before. I had that double truss piece, like similar to this mount over here, or this support over here. I had one of those basically over here, and it wasn't working out too well because it was too far over that way and wasn't doing much good. So I went in and threw one of these in there, which is doing much better. It doesn't go completely underneath. I mean, it goes all the way to the other side, but not like this one does because it's not a straight track. It's a curved track. So, but it will do. So that's looking better. And then, of course, the track itself being ballasted and ballasted and tiled off makes it look better. Now, this guy over here, I had to get creative on this guy over here, and I'll tell you why. First of all, I got the new supports done, which are a lot wider, as you can see, and it's looking pretty good with those. I already tested the train. The train fits in there just perfect, no problems. But I had a little problem with getting the elevated track to line up with the lower track, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go over there. Okay, so right here you can see there's a little bit of a difference in the track because I had to use flex track in here, and I'll tell you why. When I went to do this corner, when I went to change the mount of the supports, I discovered that it wasn't sitting directly over the curve on the bottom. In other words, this track came out too far. The straight track came out too far. So it was pushing this piece out this way too far, so it wasn't lining up with this track right here. So I thought, man, this is not going to work, because I'm like, I can't shorten the track because, you know, you can't cut the track. So I'm like, what do I do? Because it was like I needed like 3/4 of a track instead of a full piece of track there to shorten it up a little bit. And then it just popped in my head, flex track, because flex track is, each piece of flex track is exactly 1/4 the length of a regular piece of track at 16 studs long. So each one is 4 studs long. So I needed about 3/4 of a piece of track. So I used 3 pieces of flex track, and I tell you what, it came out perfect. As far as I can tell so far. Now I don't have any more straight track than what's on here, and it looks like it's going to line up with the track below. Okay, so I'll know for sure once I get the straight track on there, which I do have on order, by the way, which is supposed to arrive tomorrow. So I'll be able to lay out some of this straight track and make sure that it lines up with the track below. And then, of course, this track should also line up with the track below. I mean, everything looks good. From the point of view right now, everything looks like it's going to work right. I still need to put some masonry bricks on that and build that up. So like several of these down here. That one and that one and that one need to be built up on both sides. I'm assuming, yeah, both sides. So I need to do that still. I had to move this base plate that I originally had, or this mills plate I had over there to support that. I had to move it over here because this support wouldn't have been sitting on anything otherwise. Well, actually, now that I look at it, it's sitting on that plate. I could probably move this back over to here to support that. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Yeah, because this one's sitting on there. Not quite all the way, but it's enough. So yeah, what do you think of my solution for the supports for the curve? I mean, it's basically just a shorter version of what I did there over the road, except I used 1x12s. Same arches, just use 1x12s instead of 1x16s. And that made it wide enough. I think it looks pretty darn good. So let me know what you think in the comments. So overall, guys, progress is being made on the tracks and, you know, on the new project with the elevated line. And of course, I haven't done anything with the ground line as far as ballasting and mills plated. The rest of that, we'll get to it eventually. I need to build, you know, many more road plates as well. But for this project, I think things are going pretty well. I got pretty good response out of what you guys thought of my supports here over the roadway. Everybody thought they were pretty cool. I did get one suggestion about possibly adding some greenery to the trusses there to make it look like maybe there's some vines growing up there. I thought that was a pretty good idea. So I may do that with just some, I think I'm going to have to buy some of those clips that has the plate on the back of it. So you can put like clip on the leaves and stuff. I don't think I have any of those, but I can check. So yeah, I'll just clip on some leaves, make it look like there's some greenery growing up. So it's kind of, you know, like it's reality, you know. It wouldn't be as clean. It would probably have some plants growing on it. Of course, in reality, this stuff would have graffiti all over it too, right? Well, we're not going to go that far. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing that as well, adding some plant life to it. And then this, like I said, this section over here, this corner, I'm definitely going to add some plant life in there. Probably put a tree in there, maybe some bushes, or just some of those pieces that look like just basic greenery, leaves and whatnot. So we'll probably do that there. This spot right here, I don't think is big enough for a base plate, a full base plate. It doesn't look like it is. I could be wrong, but just looking at it, let's measure it. And I was correct. It is not big enough for a base plate. It's only 8 3/8 wide, which we need 10 inches for a base plate. So, wonder why. I guess because of this 48 plate being there. Yeah, this should be 30 inches exactly in between here, and it's not. It is only 29 inches. So for some reason, we're an inch off here. And I don't know why. Maybe because this one's not quite to the edge and that one's not quite to the edge, and that, I guess that could make up about an inch, perhaps. So we might have to, but we can't really push this out any farther because, well, man, it's got a little bit of wiggle room to it. But I don't know, maybe we can push them out enough to get the 30 inches in there that we need. I don't know. We'll work on it. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it right now, but just wanted to check that stuff out. So thanks guys for taking me along. I do appreciate it. Let me know what you think as far as the progress on my elevated line project and my wall and everything. Let me know what you think in the comments. So we'll do another video as soon as I can. Like I said, I got a package. I got an order coming tomorrow, so that'll give me a bunch of straight track to work with. Hopefully, I bought 50 pieces, so hopefully that's enough to do this whole thing. Oh, and I did have somebody suggest that I put my tracks on the middle of the road with like 8 studs in between instead of over top the tracks. You know what I mean? Like instead of going completely coming over here to the tracks, stopping in the middle of the road, curving over, and having basically these supports all the way down with the 2 tracks running in the middle of the road. So this track right here would have to curve over and come into the road, and this track right here would have to not curve as much and come into the middle of the road and then come, you know, follow the road all the way down here, which I thought was an interesting idea, but I don't think it's going to work because, number one, I want it to be over top the ground line, because otherwise it's going to take up too much space over here on the new platform, and that will leave. I mean, as you just saw, there's not enough space as it is. So, and number two, it would have to branch off onto the tracks after the road anyway, because where else would it go? You know, unless it just stayed along the road line and then went next to the tracks. But again, that would take up more space. So I think I'm going to leave it the way it is. And even though I don't like the fact that I have to reach over the elevated line on all that platform in there to get anything, but it'll be okay. This one's not nearly as wide, so it should be a lot easier to access things. But okay, guys, I think that's all I got for you. Thanks for taking me along. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you soon, okay, guys? Take care of yourselves. Have a lovely day. And I'll talk to you very soon. All right. Bye-bye.